Yeah, that would be good, but right now, that's today. There's gonna be more. And the event will be here.
All right, good morning, everyone. Call to order the July 15th meeting, the Madison County Board of Commissioners. My name is Chris Wallace, and everybody would please introduce themselves.
Tony Sinigas.
Brendan Shea.
Rob Sullivan.
Dave Hill.
Nick Atkins, prosecutor. John Swain, the sheriff.
Rhonda Mayer, assistant clerk.
Kevin Lee with the engineer's office.
Yes, same plans on yours.
Amy Reese, clerk.
Everybody should have received a copy of last week's meeting minutes.
Move to approve the minutes, dispense with their reading.
Second.
The first and a second, any other discussion? Unheard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
Yes.
Dr. Sneakus,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes. Okay, you'd like to kick us off, sir?
Good morning. Hope everyone had a wonderful weekend and wonderful fair week. Not much to report today. I just presented that fair, without any major incidences that I'm aware of so far. Never ever popped up. As time passes, a couple small injuries. I think everybody was okay. Had a good turnout for their deputies. So, sheriff's office and county representative all there. I had one small item business, Andy will go over with you guys later this morning during the budget, the appropriation of some money, for a payout for Deb Sims and her retirement. Other than that, I do not have anything of your honorable board unless you guys have any questions of me.
Don't believe so. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
I'll be leaving short.
Very good. Mr. Atkins?
Morning.
Morning.
Do not have any business.
Okay. You're well. David?
Okay, real quick, so we have settled on some dates for the comp plan review. We're looking at doing a couple of public meetings. One on the north side of the county, on the south side. We're gonna be doing for the south side public review. We reached out to a couple townships. Dennis was doing quite a bit of outreach, and some felt that their meeting space would be too small, so we ended up settling for Union Township, August 20th at their facility. And then September 17th, we'll have our northern meeting up at the Canaan Township. That's been secured. We can get specific times, but it'll be in the evening, I think either 6:30 or 7. And then we'll have regional planning review the document on October 14th, just as we did few years ago when we updated the comp plan then, and then it fell from the commissioners, looks like November 18th. We have done outreach to all the different townships, gotten input. I've been actually, both Dennis and I have been very impressed with a few townships and their outreach to their local property owners and community members, to get feedback and support for any changes that are made or comments into it. So we will be putting it into the newsletter that will go out on social media and via email. We can discuss whether it should be, this one should be mailed or not. I know we've had that discussion in the past. If the board on it, that's a path they want to take. You want us to take, I should say. And other than that, development's been going on as it has been. PUC, very interested parties now at 29 and 42. Manufacturer, C-store, and then two manufacturers with C-store. And I guess that's it. I mean, it's pretty healthy right now. So I did, since Dennis was here, I did offer for him to give a quick update on the zoning code update that meeting. But regional planning was last week, and just told him keep a brief kind of update on that.
Yeah, so the zoning conference is actually going very well. We got a lot of comments back from the subdivision review board, boards of appeals, and regional, the rule from last week. Regional from last week. Rules coming up August 19th, and commission will be seated on September 23rd. Very minor tweaks that, that people suggested, mostly dealing with home occupation. Some things they like to see differently. I did add on some examples of like trees and shrubs, that's, good in Ohio. And also what a lighting fixture will look like, facing down, with point two lighting. So, there's just extra stuff added on to that. But mostly, all stuff is mostly on home occupation. Seemed like that was a big topic. So, so I took all the information in, and anything that I feel that myself and Nick will think, is reasonable, we changed, and anything we like, nah, that's not gonna fly. Didn't, but a lot of it, was good, great suggestions, so. So I'm looking forward and going to rule and city commission to look at it. Further questions?
Any questions? Yeah, appreciate all your hard work. Going very well. So thank you. Okay.
What I have for you today, is basically, the final rough draft of the RFP for the dark fiber grant. My intention was to have the final draft for you today, but yesterday I had a tire issue and a phone problem. So, but what I did was, printed it out in its, nearly final form, basically for you guys to review, hopefully to have it to you next Tuesday. Basically, what we're working out right now is, does it make sense to add more conduits? How much fiber do we want to add? How much interest is there from private companies, to better, calculate what the ROI is gonna be, as far as the number of years. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I was supposed to have a meeting yesterday with, our attorneys on that, but unfortunately was not able to make that meeting because of the tire and phone issues. Next thing I have on my list is, Commissioner Zemeckis reached out to me about, the city of London asking for a resolution in support of paving the Fourth Street road between Oak and Main Street. I didn't know it at the time, but evidently the city of London needs that by Thursday. So Amy went ahead and put a resolution together. Which of course I sent out an email yesterday saying we don't need a resolution because it was just scheduled for discussion. So, and I saw Bill walked in, so he's probably here to provide more information. With that said, I'll give you the floor.
But actually, I just got the email last week. State. Sport.
So this is a grant, right?
Applying for small city grants and road docking, they said they're gonna give us about 800,000.
Bill, thank you for letting us know as soon as you knew last week. So we have a resolution and I just requested adding a couple specifics to that. And I just want to make sure they're accurate. So, and for my fellow commissioners, just to know what I requested being added. Whereas the estimated cost of repaving the road is approximately $750,000. Is that correct? Could you tell me, Senator? Okay, so would you say rebuilding the road is a more accurate way? And then what is the estimated cost? Is it 750?
No, it's more. 750 to 800, what the grant can give us, and we'll have matching funds to, I don't know the, top dollar.
Okay, so we can say that the grant is estimated to be 750 to 800. Okay. And then I had, and the city anticipates that the majority of the costs will be covered by a grant from the Ohio Department of Transportation, significantly reducing the financial burden on local taxpayers. Is that fair to say? Whereas while the commissioners value and respect the historical character of Fourth Street, the current condition of the brick roadway is significantly deteriorated. And whereas reconstructing the street using new bricks instead of asphalt would forego the ODOT grant. Is that correct?
Well, it'll be on the plans you've been able to do into doing the bricks because then it just becomes a major maintenance item.
Okay, so it's not necessarily foregoing the grant, it's just it's so much more. Had, yeah, would triple the total cost of the project and shift the full responsibility to local taxpayers. Would you say triple is fair to say? That's what you,
Yes, if not more.
okay. Yeah, I mean, what I wanted to do is just to stress a concern for trying to preserve, you know, the historical quality of things wherever we can, but financially, we just,
We went through this with the sidewalk, you know, the sidewalk was this beautiful stone which was broken in a million little pieces. It became a trip hazard for people. And, you know, we decided that safety was the number one concern, so out she went. This road here,
Yeah.
as nice as I could say, it sucks.
Yeah.
I avoided at all costs when the repairs were done on the road, and then they poured concrete in there, and the concrete sits 3 inches above the brick. That's a tripping hazard. I don't think you guys could even plow it without ripping it apart. So I'm in support of that project.
That's mine.
We would also be replacing the water maintenance and,
yeah, I'm in support as well. I just, if we can include the updated amounts that mention the 750 to 800 for the grant. And then can remove the part about foregoing the ODOT grant.
Oh,
Got it?
Well, so she's gonna have to make those edits to the PDF.
if you want to pass it,
Yeah.
get those edits, I'll send it back out just to make sure, but, I wrote them all down and I'll.
Yeah, so, is that for all three to sign or just chairman? Yeah, so we'll have to make arrangements with Chris to have that signed unless you can do it today before
They can sign this one and then I'll just edit it and then send it back out to approve before it gets
Yeah,
recorded.
because we can send it out for digital. Signature.
Either way.
Okay, well, thanks, Bill, for that. Other than that, I mean, was there something else? Or, I'm sorry, I thought I heard you say something. Are you good on that?
I think that Bill's just
All
saying.
right, yeah. So, got a lot of balls up in the air right now, without going into a lot of detail on those. Do you guys have any questions, concerns, anything like that? For me, today? Nope, sounds good. That makes it easy. So that's all the business I have for you gentlemen today.
Up, Wayne?
I just wanted to come and which Rob's probably told you in on our little meeting after we got up the airport, but to be totally honest, I sit there and stew over that. I feel like I failed,
I don't think you failed, Wayne.
but you know, I'm gonna get a piece of rubber there for a second. No, I'm not okay. But anyway, like the holes in that one hanger where the metal is, you know, set broken, you know, the hanger, but you're an engineer, you ought to be able to help me, right? You know, the building is 22 inches out of plumb. It's the way the parking lot lays, and we did that deliberately. But if you take that wall and square it, okay, it's 240 inches to make it square. You set it on an uneven foundation, you should still lay the metal perfect to it. And they've got the metal, don't you agree? It's, and, you know,
You're saying the metal should follow the ground?
no, yeah, the metal should follow the ground and they actually lean the metal over and, you know, I don't want to be a thorn in anyone's side or, you know, but it just aggravates me, poor workmanship, you know, number one. And of course, they kept saying that, you know, the drawings to the buildings and how it's supposed to be put together and there was no common sense, you know, used at all for some reason. I don't mean to criticize J-Car, but you know, I feel like I was lied to out there the whole day and I was getting so mad that I was,
Yeah,
about to blow a cork. And the concrete deal, you were standing there when he said that that was, had an engineering stamp on it. When we met the first time out there,
which concrete,
the concrete over by hangar one, that's.
over by the brick building?
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah,
hangar one.
yeah,
Anyway, they pitched it back towards the building an inch, which, and we need to fix the rest of it. And the only solution now is to go back far enough that we can cut it out and pitch it and then make the rest of it not trip hazard. It needs replaced back. And it's not that much, but, you know, he ended up telling us that he had it done by engineering specifications. And I asked to see the documentation on that. Then he changed his story. So he sat there and told us,
yeah.
you know, basically lied to me, which.
I mean, basically what I gathered from that was that slab of concrete wasn't included in the insurance claim. And
He
so
done,
they did it out of the goodness of their heart because it was in bad shape or something like that. And that's why they only did the one and not the other piece.
correct. But the moral of the story, why they had to do it was to fix the foundation on the plane
Yeah,
of the building, and it just aggravates me because the story's changed from the first time we met with them till the second time. And, you know, it's,
yeah.
I don't wanna be a thorn in anyone's side, but I would like to make everything I could rectify like it should be.
Do you have a list of all that? Yeah.
We do. We do, and I sent that to the insurance adjuster, and Susie, I think he's back from vacation this week, so what I'm trying to do is get him out there so we can basically have that meeting again with him present. So then we can start to, build a case and get, Corson involved with it and see what recourse we have. Shane Mott, who's an insurance adjuster, I'm getting two different stories almost from him. And I don't think that's purposefully. I think it's because he hasn't been on site and he's just kind of going from memory on a lot of things. So that's my game plan right now. Bring him on board, get Corsa on board and see what we can do as far as the insurance.
So are you talking a lot of money to fix it or?
Well, I mean, the building is, you know, they built it to the original building specs based on the original building plans. And it's prefabricated building, right, pre-punched, you know, it's kind of slotted in places, so it's got some wiggle room. But like Wayne said, with the way the foundation is in that slab, you know, it's not quite matching up. You know, so what we have are pretty significant gaps, if you say, between
The doors.
the doors and then siding and the foundation, the slab itself,
When you
Which-
first going in there?
which allows snow and dust and birds and mice and so forth, so on. Now, J Car, what surprised me, what I took away from it was that was almost acceptable because it's not an occupied space, like it's a space to pull your airplane in, and really that was about it, so, you know, which I don't think Wayne felt the same.
Yeah, but if you're leasing that and you got a nice airplane, you don't want birds going there pooping on it.
Right, but I don't know, what did you think with that statement?
His statement's totally wrong because, you know, 99.99% of any hangar, there will be some sort of maintenance. There'll be an A&P come and maybe do an annual or a gear check. Because you can't take your airplane and bring it down here, downtown to have someone work on it. You know, it's where it sits. And that's common practice. And, you know, it's like I told that guy there, he said, it's just a storage. He said, works he made some comment about the bird. And I said, well, I said, let's put a bird's nest on that motor and I'll take you up about 10,000 feet. Or I said, have a mouse crawl across your lap. And I said, you'll think different. I said, it's a very unique piece of equipment, but you get up in the air, not only can you hurt yourself, you can hurt a lot of people on the ground. Something stupid happens and we try to prevent all of that. And
Yeah, we came up with some solutions. But the problem is it was, fabrication was like 8 weeks, right? And then we said with the flashing, which they can't rent their hangars out because they can't have anything inside the hangars when they do the work on flashing.
And of course, I pointed out how long ago, which, well, I guess I talked to them about that.
Yeah, we probably lost a month.
Yeah, Hangar 7 originally had flashing around the bottom. And when you go into your space, the corn stalks, because I'm poorly maintained, the corn stalks from my hangar don't blow through the grass or clippings or whatever, it stays clean. And you don't want any of that around because, it's just it's a hazard. It gets up in the motor and you try to keep it as clean as you can. And it's kind of a pain.
Do you have a cost to fix everything?
Well, with the flashing, I mean, they basically said that they would cover that.
Insurance, take care of that.
Yeah. It's just the fabrication of the flashing. But there's a whole list of stuff out there that we have to work through.
It's almost 2 pages,
Really?
making baby went out,
Yeah,
kind of assessed.
yeah. I like I said, I think it's getting the adjuster out there that says, okay, you guys gotta do this, or no, you don't have to do that.
And they've already been paid, right?
Who,
The people that did all the repairs from the tornado.
that we're doing drawdowns. I don't think the total bill's been paid. I think ServPro's probably, been paid out total, but not JCar.
Servpro has,
Was that,
Servpro has.
was that the third
Last
draw?
bill was submitted 90% finished.
Okay, yeah, so almost.
But I don't wanna keep beating the wall, but, I just want you guys' opinion. I feel bad because our last meeting, it's just with them guys,
Yeah,
it wasn't good. And it was non-productive.
I mean, on any build, you have at the end of it, a knockout list that, if you don't like something, right? You get it correct. That wasn't done when,
well, I mean, that's basically what we're going through and doing now.
okay.
Yeah, so we had, or Wayne, I should say, identified a few different issues. They agreed to fix, some of them. Well, he's identified 2 pages worth of issues. They agreed to fix, I don't know, 2 or 3 of them, pretty minor ones. The flashing, but we're still not seeing eye to eye on
A lot.
a lot of things, and to me, it's some major things, but I'm not an engineer, I don't know anything really about construction. To that extent, so. Yeah, I don't know that at this point in time, like what has to be done to make it right, but that's where I'm kind of counting on the, adjuster to come in and Corsa to come in and say, hey.
And I've got a good friend that's a contractor and he's gonna go out there with me and like I told him, I said, I just want your opinion, and so he's gonna do.
Apologies.
Just show him some of our issues, but it's a big pet peeve of mine. They did dig my catch basin back up, but when they rehabbed the old hangars, which would be 6, 5 and 6, they dug around all the posts and put huge foundations in. Well, they left all that spoil, and then you can't mow with 0 turn mower, agreed?
I agree.
But the spoil, and they dug out inside the building, what they have created is just the water can't flow off of the blacktop anymore. It's got, you seen the catch basin, when they found it was that deep. So they created that much new spoil. And I said, I said, you never graded it. I said, it wasn't like when you came. And I said, we're not asking for any more. I said, but I want my downspouts fixed and I want, one that said the water flows off of the asphalt, so it doesn't pond up on the asphalt.
Yeah, so they're saying, hey, anything below grade, we're not responsible for, but the adjuster in Corsa is saying, well, no, if you repaired that and it needs to be made right. So,
Well, I think
but,
your best ally then is Corsa, because if they still, if we still owe money to them, they can say, well, unless you get this done, you're not gonna get paid.
yeah, the problem is that the adjuster is resisting a site visit. He's kind of like, well, give me this list and take some pictures and so forth, so on, and we haven't been successful with that. Ultimately, based on my first request was to come out and meet with us. I'm just going to, I send an email again that says, look, I don't think we can resolve this unless you have eyes on it. So, but yeah, initially they buried the catch basin, like we couldn't even find it, right? The first time we were out there, but Wayne found it later and they uncovered it, but yeah, it slopes through the building in places. They should have removed that material.
Exactly. Should have been whole, but
Yeah. So, yeah.
You gotta keep working at it.
well, I appreciate you guys listening to me. Bye.
We had no choice.
That's right. We didn't really want to, but we did. Just kidding.
Push it, yeah, like that, yeah.
Okay. You just wrote for control.
They just went and got lots of, we got a lot of them.
Yeah. They kept going without seeing what's fine. I'll see you, bud. Take care.
Hey, don't forget me for lunch next time.
Okay.
You were just sitting out here.
Oh, like, yeah.
Yeah.
They were gonna fly me to Urbana for lunch. 8-minute flight at the beginning.
Nice. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
If I could get some construction updates.
Yep,
and
that'd be great.
So I appreciate it.
Yep.
So we've got a couple of things that are active with our folks. One of those is Rosedale, Plain City. We're doing a bridge rehab project there. That one will be close to finishing up this week, which is on schedule. Basically, if the weather cooperates, that might dribble over into early next week. One that's dragging a little bit more because we got all the rain the other day, the big Pine Circle culvert, which is East of Blade Run Road, will be delayed about a week due to weather, and that's been updated on our website already. We've got some letters from our construction inspector for the commissioners, about the big Pine Circle Road over Jigger Creek Bridge. This is the one, it's kind of 3.05. It's the one over Deer Creek. That will be starting on August 11th. There will be signs posted notifying the public 2 weeks before that, of the date that we close. The schedule currently says that project is to be completed, by the end of October. So, the schedule they presented is on that, but obviously that's, weather dependent. If they, have too many delays, they'll be pushed back a little bit, but generally that's on schedule. And then our forces will be starting probably in the early to mid-September range, the bridge on Big Plain Circle Road over Opossum Run, that we did not award, this spring, that you awarded the beams for, last week. So there's gonna be a lot going on, Big Plain Circle through the fall. So just so everybody's aware of that. And, Brian did mention that we received a feasibility study for 665 and Spring Valley Road. This is from ODOT, talking about options for the roundabout project that's out there. So he will be sharing that with the commissioners for their feedback after he takes a look at it. So just so you know, that will be coming. Any questions, concerns?
Don't believe so.
I have actually one issue I wanted to raise. Has there been any discussion about Spring Valley and 42? At this point, it's becoming perilous. Certain. No, at 42.
Oh, for that corner, yeah.
Yeah, it's becoming, I mean, at certain times of the day and it's getting worse. I mean, I don't know how those discussions start or,
We can bring that up with the ODOT, they generally taking a look at the entire corridor for 42 from an access management standpoint, but we just had a chat the other day about that intersection, how it's getting harder with the left turns,
correct.
worrying about people getting rear-ended, going southbound on 42, especially is a challenge, so.
Yeah.
I appreciate you bringing that up. Oh, and congratulations to your son on
Oh,
the
the pigs.
this year. That was good fun. That was fun to see.
I'll take it. Appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Amy? Think you're up.
What?
I bet you could get another copy, man, I get it.
A resolution approving the payment of invoices for the Madison County Auditor.
I moved.
Second,
First and a second, any other discussion? None heard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
yes.
Dr. Sneakus,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
A resolution denying the annexation of 79 acres from Darby Township, Ohio to the city of Dublin, Ohio.
So moved,
Second. First and a second, any other discussion? None heard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
yes.
Dr. Sneakus,
Absolutely, yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
A resolution expressing support for the repaving of Fourth Street between Main Street and Oak Street. I will make the amendments to that.
So moved with those amendments.
Second. For the first and the second, any other discussion? Roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
Yes.
Dr. Sneakus.
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
A resolution establishing new expense and revenue lines for a ditch petition bond.
So moved.
Second,
First and second, any other discussion? None heard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
yes.
Dr. Sneakus.
Yes.
Yes.
A resolution authorizing the notice to proceed and approving the notice of commencement for the Plain City ADA Improvements Project.
So moved,
First and second, any other discussion? None heard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
yes.
Dr. Sneakus.
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
Resolution decreasing appropriations in the 2025 budget for completed projects under the Community Development Block Grant Program.
So moved.
Second,
The first and the second, any other discussion? None heard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
yes.
Dr. Sneakus.
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
A resolution approving an expedited type 2 petition for annexation of 35.362 acres from Pleasant Township to the village of Mount Sterling.
So moved. Second. The first and the second, any other discussion? None heard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
Yes.
Dr. Sneakus.
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
A resolution approving the donation of sick leave from Ken White to Michael Bentley.
So moved.
Second,
First and the second, any other discussion?
I have one comment.
Want
to
to
make.
comment? Good.
I have way more sick time than Ken does. I have like 1,300 hours. So I'm willing to donate time in lieu of Ken. So,
So moved.
I will amend that as well.
All right. The first and the second, thank you for the resolution, that is amended. Is there any other discussion? None heard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
yes.
Dr. Sneakus.
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
A resolution increasing appropriations to the unemployment compensation expense line.
So moved,
Second.
The first and the second, any other discussion?
yes,
Yes.
is this for unemployment? The unemployment claim?
Yes, for the county's employees.
So I would encourage you to vote no, because that individual was not working here at the time of his, claim.
good to know.
He was working for Mid-Ohio Sanitary Sewer and Water District, not the Madison County Sanitary Sewer District, Sewer and Water District. So I encourage you to vote no on that, so we can submit that back to,
This Mr. Thompson there.
Russ Thompson.
Yes. I mean, would it make more sense to have a resolution denying the request? I mean, it's,
I think either way, you're okay. However you want to handle it, I just would like to have, documentation that provide that background employment disputing that claim. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I mean, typically the department head would dispute it. That'd be you.
Well, that would be me, yeah, at this
I
point.
think you can dispute it, they can, vote no on the resolution, and you can, dispute.
Let's do that.
yeah, so moved.
Second. For the first and the second, any other discussion? None heard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
No,
Dr. Sneakus,
Nope.
Mr. Wallace.
No. I call shenanigans on that.
Duly noted.
Shouldn't I think it was minutes?
A resolution authorizing a transfer of funds from the Madison County Board of Developmental Disabilities General Fund to the Medicaid Reserve Fund.
So moved.
yeah, second.
For the first and the second, any other discussion? None heard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
Yes,
Dr. Sneakus.
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
A resolution authorizing a transfer of funds from the Madison County Board of Developmental Disabilities General Fund to the Capital Projects Fund.
so moved.
Okay.
For the first and the second, any other discussion? None heard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
Yes,
Dr. Sneakus, Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
A resolution approving a travel request for Board of Elections staff to attend the Central Regional Meeting of Ohio Association of Election Officials.
So moved.
second.
The first and the second, any other discussion? None heard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
Yes,
Dr. Sneakus,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
A resolution approving the increase in appropriations to Fund 2053 Board of Elections grants for implementation of Security Directive 2025-29.
so moved.
Second.
For the first and the second, any other discussion? None heard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
Yes,
Dr. Sneakus,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
A resolution approving a fund transfer and appropriation increase for the Madison County Sheriff's Office EMA EMPG Fund.
So moved.
second.
For the first and the second, any other discussion? None heard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
Yes,
Dr. Sneakus,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
A resolution amending Resolution 33925 to correct the felony delinquent care and custody budget for July 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2025.
Send it. Second. For the first and the second, any other discussion? None heard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
yes,
Dr. Sneakus,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
A resolution acknowledging the filing of a single county ditch petition for the Glade Run lateral number 5 extension ditch number 1988.
So moved.
second.
For the first and the second, any other discussion? None heard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea,
Yes,
Dr. Sneakus,
Yes.
Mr. Wallace.
Yes.
That is all I have.
Thank you. Well, yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah. Even large water. Will continue. That's what's dry.
So it's in addition to the reject from the intersection.
I saw that.
That's good.
Involved in our stuff, so I wondered, did they just send it down? Yeah. For future reference, if you drive back to the speed. maybe.
I don't know that he wasn't,
Oh, I'm not blaming
yeah,
anybody.
no, I know, but I,
Depending on the private story, kind of give the thumbs up on it. I just. I don't know.
even I thought, well, that's, at Ohio, yeah, okay, so.
Yeah, it's. Madison County, and he was transferred over to Mid Ohio, had worked there for months. Before they separated. And separated, so I mean, if they are, if they agree on unemployment in Mid Ohio, means say, I'm sure. But if you fraudulently filled that out, forgot that he. If you fraudulently filled that out, I mean, I think there needs to be some reports there.
Started next. Working fires. Yeah.
And that was a vacancy for probably.
I'll do another. I knew it was something weird because the way. It's called. I knew it was the weather about.
Yeah.
I caught two of them today.
Well, that's
always the thing. Oh, yes, the bait. Green, it's faded. This morning, talked to.
Okay, yes.
Bringing the cat back out. Your house. Starting that. No, it's okay with that.
No, they're except at the counter.
It's a resolution. We're here.
I got like
Smoker.
9. If I gotta start. Looking at it.
We're on this channel that they call.
What do you get?
Check my agenda, open session, it's 10:15.
What they ask you.
I did so.
You gonna rip those as well?
Great coffee.
Natural.
Yes.
That's certainly. The dog around.
I only crash. All one time.
Yeah, but that's too much like they're locked in.
Look at this.
It's red.
That's fine. That's probably red.
Yeah, I've got-
My favorite color. Yeah.
But it's not sitting there playing.
Yeah.
Actually stored in my camper, it's yours.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good. See you then, thanks.
Trying to really get rolling, so it's good, it's progress, but.
Paul Simmons talks about it. That's like a block. So usually I think it's for 5
Yeah, I checked the map, we still don't actually want to stay in the requirements. It's a several level. And it's every level.
Yeah, well, I think there's new language in the big beautiful bill. Maybe they kind of staff it more, structural areas, somebody to come on those be.
Yeah, I was pretty.
You need from the government, it's all some of you.
Maybe. I don't know. It's like I.
Push it well. I said, I can understand why.
Oh, 100%, absolutely. I don't, yeah, it was, so, I don't begrudge him for, that's been trying to get control. Like I said, when I first started, it wasn't, there's nothing in Madison County for a little piece of shit. And then, even then, I was like, 12 lines, I'm 12 liners.
So for.
I was sure. Even when.
Revitalize it.
Absolutely.
I guess I didn't know that was him now.
Big beautiful bill.
Say that.
Hey, guys.
Say it,
See ya.
You're welcome, Mark, as always.
They're responsible for all the responsibilities.
Absolutely. So then, you just said about the hand up.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Of course. Yes, not. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
We're in the.
Appreciate it.
See what happens next.
Let's have a good one.
If I go to jail, you need to come visit.
Well, probably, I'll probably be there with you.
Yeah, it's free kid. So, yeah. I thought that it was an open show.
Yeah, okay.
I would say.
Thanks,
But thank you so much. She got there, and there was no communication at first, and that was the issue. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, they're not communicating with each other.
And they could have communicated with the Jew.
Junior fair.
Yeah.
Someone come there.
To it, grab over thing, listen. Yeah.
Done.
He's doing this for the longest. Good.
You're just not.
Okay, when you, he's been there forever, I thought.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, so much.
Yeah. Thanks, you know, and then that's brother. Look. Friend Steve, you see that?
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday.
Is our friend doing better?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had two people.
I need to go.
Move forward and.
It's probably okay to go.
Oh, yeah, I was there last Wednesday. He's.
Yeah.
Oh, then that's easy.
Yeah, he's doing.
You can't see that.
Lost half a day yesterday.
Well,
This whole fun.
Yes, and what time?
Well, when I left.
steroids.
So I can take my.
What was your steady?
Always. I agree. I'll drop you off. I'll go. Until you get up teams meeting, like, it's on the car, so that's driving.
Yeah, okay.
We're starting in front.
Yeah.
I jump on the teams meeting. Yeah. Screaming.
Is it an amazing?
Also, it's like. The phone was working just. Yeah, so I'm working on it. Look at that. See the hamster in there. So I go to Verizon and it's like, this one's yours, what's an upgrade, and it costs me, it's like $50. It upgraded, but it took them for work, to do everything and then transfer everything. So there's one, it was like, this better. So what should have taken me an hour, I didn't get back to 4.
Yes.
So you basically, I guess now we're.
And of course, walking in the lawyer's account. So doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
So-
That's great. What do you?
That's nice. Rhonda, do you have a presentation?
You want it now? It's just a little proclamation, if you don't mind reading it.
Yeah.
Close, don't open it yet.
Don't open it yet. Uh-oh. Yeah, here it's good.
Mr. Zanikas, we'd like to present you with this blue ribbon pig.
I'm not.
It says Madison County Dignitary Showmanship showmanship champion,
Not reading this broken.
Dr. Tony Mazeika's first place swine showmanship in honor of excellent spirit and style in the ring.
Wow, thank you much.
Here we go. Proclamation of Madison County Fair 2025 Dignitary Showmanship Champion. Whereas at the grand and glorious Madison County Fair, the ribbons are won and legends are made. Whereas Dr. Tony Zanika stepped into the show ring armed with years of experience, unmatched poise, and a sparkling sense of style. Very sparkling. Whereas outshone fellow commissioners and mayors alike claiming first place in swine showmanship. Now therefore, let it be known that Dr. Tony Zanika is hereby declared the Dignitary Showmanship Champion of 2025 in honor of excellent spirit and style in the ring.
Oh,
Thank
read that last one, please.
Blank if you agree. Thank you very, very much.
Here, so someone else will even know.
That's a big, beautiful pig you got there. That could have been yours. Unbelievable.
I know you guys keep me around for the fun.
Picture of it. Come on, we gotta send this out now.
Yeah, there you go. I expect to see that on your bookcase. Those are.
It's gonna stay right here so everybody,
For a year, we get bragging rights for a year, I believe he said.
then we could pass the pig later.
First to change the animal.
I hope not.
I've already had requested sheep. That's my,
You'll lose,
bring it on.
you'll lose.
Aren't you dumber?
Oh, I'm better than sheep.
I'm the best. Many people are saying.
Just get it over. Let's just bring out some cattle and see what, bring out a chicken. That would even be better. So this is my second show. Not in pigs. So about maybe 15 years ago, there was an old folks sheep show. And there was 6 or 7 of us that showed sheep that year. I was second. The guy that won the show was like, when he was a kid, he was unbeatable. That was Ty. I had made a bet with one of our leading entrepreneurs in the county, who used to be a commissioner, that I could beat him for $5. That was the bet. I never collected the $5. He placed third. Very nice. I think I'll. It might be outside.
Tony,
Is that 10 minutes? It says test.
Yep.
Nothing worse than switching to it.
You sure? Of course. Yeah, now it's gonna look weird with teeth on.
Yeah, yes.
Thad will be there tomorrow to adjust the hanger by the door.
investors come.
No, this is full Thad. It's just contractor.
All right, ready to go?
The Dublin stations. But like, it's.
I do. So what's the story of the paint?
I think it's Drain Champion. Possibly the greatest, pig showman ever.
Ever, okay.
That's enough of that nonsense. I call to order the Madison County Park District meeting. Everyone should have received a copy of the minutes from last meeting in June.
We'll go approve the minutes, dispense with the readings.
Second.
First and a second, is there any other discussion? None heard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea?
Yes.
Dr. Sneakus?
Yes.
Mr. Wallace?
Yes. You also should have received in your packet a financial report.
Move to approve the financial report.
Second.
First and a second. Any other discussion? None heard, roll call please.
Mr. Shea?
Yes.
Dr. Sneakus?
Yes.
Mr. Wallace?
Yes. All right, moving into partnership reports. Start with the Friends Group, you want to go first?
I can kick off with the numbers. For June, we're getting into our warm season counts now. On the east side, with 5,819 for the month of June. That breaks down to 2,157 were pedestrian, 3,662 were cyclists. On the west side, we had 6,435 for the month of June. 4,231 were pedestrian. 2,204 were cyclists. And so far, year to date, at it's July 10th, we've had 136 campers so far, year to date. And we've had our one new country added to our list, so it brings it up to campers from 26 other countries since we started.
Which country was it?
But begs the question, what country was it? What's
Estonia.
Estonia? Okay. Very cool.
But I don't know how, like, Jimmy, you had something?
And we're adding a new repair station at the murals. So Alan Knowles poured the concrete Sunday. So that cures a little bit with that installed. Okay. So that'll be in conjunction with the water fountains there.
Great. Very good. Anything else from the Friends? Oh, okay. Moving on.
Brock has still represented the saltwater report.
Yeah, there you go. Fantastic. Brock, take it away.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
So yeah, we have been doing some things out on the trail. We had our prayer appreciation ride last weekend. And it went great. There's a lot of great wildfires blooming at the moment. We're also getting some student life volunteers, which is a church group that, they all meet at Cedarville College and they disperse throughout the area and do community service projects. So they're gonna come help us out today and tomorrow. And we're gonna try to get some things painted, some, trail maintenance done, with weed eating and such, and then also gonna help, weed the flower beds at the trail site. I've been checking the trail recently. We do have some poison hemlock coming up. It's been increasing over the past few years, so we're gonna make some signage to put out on the trail just to make people aware of what it is and kind of let people know that it's invasive and can be dangerous if you get it, if you touch it, things like that, get the sap on you. And then we plan to just do some more maintenance to try to leave as well.
Very good.
Is there anything more we could do about the poison hemlock? I mean, on my corner over there, I have pretty well decimated it, whether it's by mowing, 2,4-D seems to work pretty decent.
2,4-D doesn't work good.
And it doesn't,
Yeah, time applications are the best way to go. So we work with the engineers to try to get that cut every year, and then we also go out and spray with the volunteers. I do spray on my own, and we do maybe need to get a little more intensive on our management of it because it just does seem to keep spreading. And as you guys know, the bike trails right along all those open fields, and it just blows right in. That's the first barrier that it hits. It's that the bike trail and it's established for
is there any anything else other than 240? I mean, is there any pre-emergent that can be applied?
So that they say that you can do some pre-emergence, but if, for our purposes with wildflowers and things like that we're trying to promote, it's a little tricky. So spot spraying is the best, method that we have found. And it's best to get it before it blooms, to keep that seed bank down. Yeah, those seeds can last for decades, so exhausting them from the soil is one of the best ways to do it. Mowing and then also the herbicide. Herbicide is key. A lot of people don't like to use it, and I totally understand that. But if you're looking to eradicate it,
Yeah, this spring I did it in May, when it was
Okay.
just popping up,
if that's perfect.
and didn't let it go.
Yeah, once it goes into seed, and even after, if you were to spray it after it bloomed, sometimes those seeds can still mature.
Yeah, nasty
And
stuff.
that's happens with a lot of invasives, so, it's definitely a challenge, but it's one we're up to and trying to tackle. So,
Thank you.
thank you guys.
Any report from the engineer's office?
I don't know if we've mentioned previously, but we did apply for a permit to replace a culvert, on the east end of the world. It's crumbling, it's pretty solid still, but it needs to be replaced over the next few years. And that would reimburse for, the purchase of all the materials involved. And then we would use county engineer's office labor, to complete for it. So we'll see. We don't know if we've gotten that yet. We should hear in the next, I would bet, month or so. Since that would have to be started before, June of next year.
Just, last year, we sealed, right?
I don't know exactly. I'm sorry. I wasn't here then, so I can check on that.
And then,
Hi, this is Greg. We sealed, but we had an issue with the sealer.
that's what I was gonna ask. I don't know what the issue with the sealer was, but does it need to be redone?
We had
Yeah,
talked,
it's-
at the end of last year, we had talked with Brian about that and it was going to be redone this year. But we haven't talked yet this year about it.
Okay, that's my memory, so, okay, thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And we'll move on to old business, discussion of closing the gap. Somebody wants to kick that off?
Yes, Greg. Little bit of a curveball. As some of you probably know, Norfolk Southern, another wing of Norfolk Southern came in and started replacing a bunch of railroad ties along the spur, kind of in front of the old depot. And when we contacted the folks we know at Norfolk Southern, they were unaware of it. Long story short is apparently they made a deal with Edwards Moving and Rigging to bring in a bunch of heavy duty generators on that spur, park them there so AEP can come in and get them. And the potential is that this is going to be a recurrent process, not common or not frequent, but they may maintain that part of the spur. But fortunately, Norfolk Southern was very positive in their response to this with us. They actually came, a couple of their representatives, including a track supervisor, came to the area. We met with them, looked at it all, and felt that we could still proceed with our project doing a trail beside the rail situation, which again, we reminded them for 25 years, Norfolk Southern has told us they don't do that. The rail lines do. But they assured us that, there are exceptions to the rule. We do know of at least one precedent where Norfolk Southern has made such a change in their rule. So the last thing that we heard from Mark, who's the kind of the project supervisor, was that he was going to take this to the appropriate departments, try to get everything clarified. But we measured the land, we looked at what we have available, and it does look like we would be able to run for that spur between Walnut and Main Street, run the trail along the rail with enough room on either side, et cetera, for all things safe and legal and all that jazz. And then continue the acquisition of the rest of the rail to the west of Main Street. So still kind of up in the air. Don't have a final word on it yet, but it sounds like they are committed to making this happen. They still want to proceed with the project. So it would require, of course, resurveying and, changing in the appraisal, lowering our price probably. But just slows the project down. But I don't think at this point that it looks like it's a hard stop.
Okay, yeah, thanks for that update. Anybody have any questions for Greg?
If that happens, Greg, would that require a fence between the trail and the track?
I don't think it requires it, but I think we would want it. Yes.
Yeah, it sounds like to me too, because, I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
You have the same situation, Lily Chapel
Mhm.
and Clark County is the same. They don't have fences.
Yeah,
I think for both safety and just aesthetics, it might not be a bad idea.
Did they give you a clear outline of the next steps in the approval? I know you mentioned they said they would run it by the necessary people, but did they give you a clear time frame and outline of what to expect?
No, I mean, you know basically what I know.
Good. Any other discussion? Closing the gap, anything? Hearing none, we'll move on to new business. We have any? Is there any new business to come before the public?
Policy and public records policy.
So that was, our audit came back, two things, it was late, so, and, didn't know to do it. I'm still new, right? And then we didn't have a records retention and records policy, so I've created one, I've sent it out to everybody. If you wanna, don't know if you wanna wait till a records retention meeting to approve that, or you wanna approve it now, but.
So that's based off of the counties,
The
right?
county.
It's the same policy that the county uses. I don't know I don't think that would have to be done in the county's record retention meeting, since it's a separate entity. So I think you could adopt that now. That's just.
I'll move to adopt that retention policy.
second.
Move first and a second. Any other discussion? None heard. Roll call, please.
Mr. Shea?
Yes.
Dr. Sneakers?
Yes.
Mr. Ross?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for putting that together. Anything else for the good of the order? Going once, going twice. All right, the next park district or park board meeting is August 19th. Hearing no additional business, we will adjourn the park district meeting.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just remembered something. I apologize. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry,
I should-
we adjourned.
I wasn't here right at the beginning. I don't know if you covered this, but we've made a change with the connection with the camping area. This is more informational. You won't need to act on it. But previously, we've had a phone number up there for the police dispatcher. So the campers could call them to get the lock code, to get the Wi-Fi password in, so the police would know somebody was there. The Madison County Sheriff's Office is now handling all dispatch calls for the county, for the entire county. We've talked to Sheriff Sweeney and said, you know what, we want to change how we handle this instead of bothering the dispatcher every so often with changes in Wi-Fi and codes and all this. We've hired an answering service. It'll be starting tomorrow. So we'll be paying for an answering service to take those calls. They will collect the information. They will fax the information in real time to the sheriff's dispatcher, who can then share that information with the local police. So the effect should be the same, but the encumbrance on the dispatcher's office hopefully will be significantly lower. So that starts tomorrow. Thanks. Sorry about that.
No problem. I appreciate that update. All right, now we're adjourned. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it. See you next month. Thank you.
I don't see a line for this year, they don't have, like, for example, this one that you just got, curveball.
Thank you for.
Yeah, he's asking about that. Great. Yeah, you just got. But we don't have that. This is not-
I don't think we've got anything now, very good blindfolded background, it's like, the best one for that is the road that cuts around the mark every year, so.
Are we sorting
That's
Good. Is it?
Running around.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Say it's a time. Yeah, good.
Yes.
One.
Yeah, I think that, actually, just a little bit for that would be something we want to do. Right.
Okay. Structure needs to actually kind of use this consideration.
This is not,
Signage.
He's got-
It's a variety of times. Parking and viewing, but I don't.
Sit right there, Mark.
Right there? That's nice.
That's fine.
I know, I think we look at that, but it's when it started. I
don't know if I
died.
Make sure we're talking about-
So, you know, I was talking about. He knows all of our. He knows.
No, no.
Like think tank.
That's a big Yeah, I've heard nothing back from the state, and they're like, good, $500.
It's still fine. So.
Confirmed for us, yeah. Over 17.
Interpreter services for those communities. So that.
Yeah, they seem to be.
Probably.
No, it's gonna be a small contract.
Big problem. Finding too many things in the problem.
It's, it is.
But they're gonna do that.
She's a guest, there's a Japanese.
You're gonna like to me.
Like, think about Mary's ago. Just, It's slow. You know, burn almost. You know, how it's like. False. Yeah.
No, I will. Yeah, we were someplace, you get some tea, that's on the phone, but that's.
Yeah, I've done some.
No, I'm about to call it over, but then sells thing really, so.
You start. We're gonna do.
You want one copy?
No, I got a copy.
Yeah.
So when we sign, this, you just. To substitute it based on what was discussed at the meeting, this is the one for.
Oh, I meant to, I can edit that one easily. The one for. Yeah, I can.
We do sign this.
Go ahead.
I like your pink pen.
It's a great story behind it.
Story of fraud and collusion. Fraud and delusion? Collusion.
Um,
Maybe some delusion as well. Maybe some direction there as well.
There's also a lot of jealousy.
Jealousy?
Yeah, jealousy, or perhaps the worst sin of all, envy.
Pride is the worst sin of all.
Yeah.
Well, that too. There's two more for you, Mr.
That was
Hey,
funny.
look at all that.
Oh, my lord.
Yeah, I had. No.
God, I'd like to have one of these.
Pretty much the same, just normal.
That is beautiful.
My boxer would be obnoxious with it.
Super excited.
My boxer would be obnoxious. She gets to speak.
Sheriff's office.
So we get it.
Oh, you must have that?
Yeah.
Shoot.
And you heard from Emily, right?
No.
I did.
No, you give me,
Emily.
just give me a plan watch.
From our office?
I think so, it's fairly new.
Nothing
No,
else.
she's being with us.
On the so last time you went to the ambulance.
What does it pertain to?
Like, they should be appointed to the,
Your money?
That's
No.
Oh, yeah.
Cause I.
I'll go down.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because,
just haven't been.
yeah, that's just a plan.
But, yeah.
1,500,
Yeah,
that's what she told me.
Great. And
No.
that's what it said, like, oh. Something else, we're not even know, okay. President, I said that, tried.
4, 5.
That's fun.
I wish I was on.
You can personally make that happen.
I know.
Grateful.
Unfortunately, the magic water that battery, so. Anything you want to count in? Also should know.
Not really, other than making sure that money comes through.
That time. So,
We saw the congressman at the fairs.
He's a loser. He is a loser.
did he? Oh, he didn't say that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you know, I gotta send them.
That's what the pig is all about.
Tony was the winner.
It was the dignitary, show.
See, he told me a lot of stuff about the fair, he did not say.
Did a bunch of it. Mention the pig?
He didn't, no, cause I got the pictures of him showing the pig.
He showed-
And that's what's in the
Mentioned
box.
that he didn't win.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's convenient to let that off, you know.
You're right.
We'll better about it maybe.
Cool. So, nothing to report on, and he's in DC right now. Lydia legislative, session. We got the heavy part done, we filled the reconciliation package, and hopefully this year we'll get to a lot of appropriations, since we missed it last year, I don't want it to be 2 years in a row, so.
Yes.
Yeah, that's, see from what I know.
Very good.
Easy enough.
Yeah,
Appreciate you stopping by as always.
always a pleasure.
Good. Let's see.
Yeah, me too. Yes, bet I'll go district director, right?
One second, you know.
Best I'll go district director.
I don't think I had it.
I think so, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I, blame my.
Yeah, the blood left. I haven't met the new one yet, so.
I will stop.
Good.
You can't.
That'd be great.
Yeah, you've been good.
Very good. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, always a pleasure. You guys stay safe.
Talk soon. Yeah.
Just trying to protect you.
Yeah.
Right.
Why wait for next thing?
No, it's not. It's the same son. That's 25. And silver, blue, I was like, whatever, I need to find an SAP.
Sort of vegetable.
Chris, if I can't edit that PDF to make it look right for the paving, I'll send it to you, so I can.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, no problem.
Fountain's been through all kinds of rain and everything, so we got caught rain Saturday, so. Like 5 years. Yeah. And one of them does everything just fine for what I needed for. I didn't have it. I got the upgrade, so it really didn't cost a whole lot. It was like, my deductible was like $100 and the upgrade was $150, so I didn't say okay. But cystic fibrosis. Ride. Coming into West Jeff and just started.
They never gone.
Saturday.
It's not the fair, got back from the fair.
It's not yet.
We were talking to.
I just gotta go with Amon to pick up a generator, the city lights, in Lebanon.
Yeah. That's what
That's gonna go down there, got a bit about.
Where?
Yeah. Blue Lane.
Okay, nothing yet.
Long ago.
I can reach your house on that.
Yeah, he's got.
Log splitter, chainsaw.
Even fences himself and outdoorsman, which he has to tell him he's not.
Generators.
I just want to make it clear.
What is it, you know, why don't you buy a couple scores of wood? What's the word around these days, aren't they? Cut down trees.
Actually, there's a better one. There's a company that makes posts.
So hopefully, they're getting together, I said, well,
They sell chunks of wood.
Compressed.
Thank you.
Huh?
Is it like compressed wood?
No, real wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clean,
Mm.
little manageable pieces. No bark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might want to mention it.
Nah.
It's always on this auction website.
Yeah, he's-
Buying everything.
I told him he's addicted to it.
Yeah, so telling me to get on there, I'm like, I got one more price.
Is your trailer, licensed?
I gotta put the sticker on it.
They need to borrow it. Not me, you guys see.
Yeah.
When he moves
Where's he moving to?
from one place in Cincinnati to another place in Cincinnati.
Yeah. Well, I'm in Sabaro to move his house. He doesn't pay for movers.
That ain't gonna work with that little trailer. That'll take forever.
He said he's got to,
That ain't gonna work.
but he's not selling his house, so he's got time.
No.
He's like, I'll just take,
I moved by myself and then stopped. My wife was pregnant. I can do it all myself.
I've done it a couple times, and the last time it was well worth the money I spent.
I even leased a U-Haul.
It's kind of
A
a
second,
lot. See, like, I'm just gonna get steaks and beer and get Connor's friends over there to.
As long as it's not big, that's fine.
second time it even worse. I had to move down to the barn. $10 yet,
Oh, yeah. Hey, sure.
yeah.
My new friend.
for near 3 minutes.
2 minutes.
Oh, two.
Rhonda better be running.
Tony, what time did you want to get out there? Take care, Bob.
4:15 on Thursday.
But you're gonna look at it today.
Like we did.
Just
What
one.
do you want to look at?
Take out this building. Might have a client for it. Maybe you could bring the key and we could just sneak over there.
That's all.
Yeah. And in case I can't make it, so if you can make it at 4:15. Or I can give them the key and tell them to go when they leave. Either way. I think I can make it take place, so. Thursday.
Yeah, well, I can. Yeah, right.
I think it'd be worth it, kind of get them.
Yeah, the, 3 of those rooms are flood lines.
He has an exit,
So, you know, it's already set up. for X-rays, you know. And that's, goes back to. Can't remember the doctor that was in there before Cure Club, but it, you know, that was hospital office space, so
He said he started there.
oh, yeah.
How long ago?
All right, it is now 10 a.m. Time set aside for the quote opening for the 2024 CDBG program for the Department of Disabilities Playground Service.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Whitaker Wright with CDC of Ohio, and I'm opening a quote from Snyder Recreation. The engineer's estimate was $51,480, 20%, and $61,667. I have a quote of $50,960. Affidavit of non-delinquency taxes. I have a non-collusion affidavit. Okay, super. It won't work that long.
Yeah, that'd be very nice.
I will scan this and send it off to you guys and also to Susan to look it over. I'm not surprised. Established work with them before, so it's the project.
Okay, very good.
Great.
Easy enough. Thank you.
And just an FYI, for some reason, the state sent us $12,500, but they have no idea why they did it, and they can find no record sending it to us. But the bank swears it's there. So their system's a little messed up right now. Eventually, I may have to have them request some sort of formal email, ask for the money back, and then we'll go to the finding around and send the money back to them.
Okay.
Yeah, I can. Saying.
Yeah. Very good.
Rhonda's or not?
Huh?
You wanna wait for Rhonda?
I'll wait for Rhonda. Here.
We had a notice on my desk. That something was over, got delivered at the post office. So,
We don't know if the number's for you.
Yeah, yeah.
I think the peers are jealous they want you dead.
I know. Okay, there's always next year.
I say you retire and then you go out as champion.
what?
It's with milk here. It won't be back in the office till tomorrow.
The news.
All right. You like, you know? Yes, we.
See?
Only Bobby can do that. I know.
So, try to put up a,
And our,
garrison size
so yeah, I'm here, but our
flag
office,
and,
there's no one there to receive it.
man.
No.
McMahon had a big one too.
No. It was Cameron.
Because our,
Yeah, but I think it was, try to do it.
so wait till
We were
tomorrow.
for the
If it
ribbon cutting. And
pertains to you all.
I know we
way up for that flag and they caught Bobby and he got, about knocked him over and they caught him.
Yeah, what's the difference?
Okay. That's what I'm. Issues.
That was on my desk. That was laying on my desk.
Yeah.
Did it have a signage?
And we just put the package on it.
Because this is not certified. Needs a signature.
So sorry about that.
I think they're still getting together on the
And then they already didn't, you already didn't.
Wouldn't go either.
All right. Let's
See,
go.
if the robot took me
Thank you,
out,
sir. Appreciate it.
to see what, since your robot took me out. I don't know, since you're.
Thought you might want to copy numbers. And then this could just not come back.
Right.
The city for.
Although my friend and his wife whipped candy over my head and she worried about taking my out.
Is food candy actually?
She was trying to get to the kids on the other side of me, so she did a book shot and was a little short. Maybe you should have handed out, you guys should candy too, out of your truck then.
Well, they were on either side of the truck.
Yeah, if they were throwing.
But I mean,
Back of the truck too, yes.
Maybe you should throw some sort of educational item so they can get.
Here's an apple.
Here's, and
Here's a banana. Grapes would be good. You could get more of it.
maybe toothbrushes, toothpaste. There you go, again, John. Floss. Supplement pinwheels, that's what kids love. Somebody was passing that out. I was like,
Just like no thank you.
well, no, I think it was Mike Carey or something. Or in the West Shore Parade, you and I, and Mike. I think he was passing out peppermint, you know what I mean, like,
Oh, little round.
like, yeah, Mike, that's exactly what kids want.
He's trying to win the grown-ups, but not the kids.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Oh, yeah, this came from.
If I'm trying, you know, that would be any part of that.
I was saying he's not based on his email. And I tell you, do you want to go? Executive session on the pending litigation?
Absolutely. Forgot about it.
Paul called, he said he's gonna be here about 10:30. 10:15, 10:30, so I'm not going to wait. Let's talk about opportunity zones and expanding the possibilities for those in Madison County. Because right now, the only opportunities those do have was a block down towards the tracks, the other side of the community. But I don't think that qualifies anymore. No. But I guess in the big beautiful bill, there's maybe some leeway there, something to do with the governor. I haven't read up on it, but he also talk to you guys about it. So. I'd call him and ask him how far he's at.
Yeah, I don't know how long the executive session needs to be. So I don't know what we're discussing.
And the litigation.
That's been nice, because he called me earlier.
For, anything particular about it?
Or just when you know about it. Your choice.
Okay,
I can see it as he did. Call for the.
You are being recorded.
Yeah, a second.
The storm could get.
Hey, how far out are you? Oh, okay, well, wait, we were gonna go into executive session on this pending litigation against the fairgrounds.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
Yeah, he was walking in there.
This is Chris. Yes, sir.
Huh. Monty.
Machine hall, I know it's a set.
Robert.
That's what he does.
There should be a tall trophy, shouldn't there?
Well, that's all we could afford.
High budget.
I'm getting ready for my soup or salad. I can't have both, right?
You cannot have both.
Yes, but
Although if you go down, you can get a half a chicken that was raised by some of these 4-H kids and freshly brought into the butcher barn.
Eat as much bread as you possibly can.
I'm only allowed salad or chicken. I mean, soup, or I can't have a steak.
That's not what he said.
And that's what he told me.
Yeah, well,
I tell
And
you
that was
the
only good for the day of the event. Business.
I thought, so. Yeah.
That's fine print.
that was in his waiver form, that was nice.
That was a fun event, though. I have to say, everybody took it super seriously. And, you know, I, for one, have experienced Tony cheating in these events once before. So don't
I
feel
told him
bad.
about that story.
Don't feel bad or intimidated. It was
By the way, you never paid me the $5 we bet.
I don't remember any such wager, but, you know, that was a long time
Do you
ago.
remember who beat us?
We were in sheep showmanship, and it was a female judge, and he was flirting with the judge. Okay, this was a female judge too. You weren't flirting with Haley, but he's like telling how he's a veterinarian and how he doesn't block a sheep. I'm like, none of this is relevant. She didn't ask you.
She was asking questions about sheep, and I just happened to know a lot about it. So I blew you guys away. But you remember who won?
You beat me. That's all I remember.
Kyle
Kyle.
Siebert.
Oh, Okay, I didn't remember.
Yeah,
No, I didn't even know Kyle at that.
no, you did, but that's who won, who was like, you know, the sheep expert of Madison County throughout his youth.
Yeah, so it was funny because, Laura Furby, the one who sang the national anthem, when she was Nixon's, you know, they were 3 years old or 4 years, they were in cheap showmanship and Nixon beat her by one placing. And she wanted the pink ribbon and he didn't care, so they're trading ribbons after showmanship. That's,
That's funny.
okay. We have a minute to talk about opportunity zone. So just so that there's full clarity on the importance of opportunity zones, in the last Trump administration, Senator Tim Scott from South Carolina really pioneered a tax law that effectively, the way I think about it, is, you know, you got your CDBG funds, right? And that's supposed to go to low and moderate income. And there's all kinds of strings attached to how that money can be spent. And there's typically an effort to find a project that fits the criteria and all this stuff. And the federal intent is to stimulate economic development in low to moderate income areas. You know, they do it through CDBG funds, which I would say are illogical. So back when I was commissioner, we wanted to fix the bathroom at the fairgrounds and, you know, they insisted that we not demolish it and replace it because it had to be repaired, not demolished and replaced. Demolishing it and replacing it cost about half as much as repairing what was, you know, an uninhabitable, unusable product, even though it met all the criteria. So you get into all of this and you know, you have to have advisors and consultants fill out all your paperwork, so they take a percentage of all that. So by the time you have the tax dollar that the federal government takes and then redistributes, you get about 50 cents on the dollar worth of benefit after you figure your consultants benefit and so forth. So Tim Scott came out with a provision that said, hey, instead of doing that, let's encourage private capital inside of these otherwise unattractive markets. And that has created, I don't know the actual amount, but I would bet more than $1 trillion worth of investments into these type of communities. So if you look at Springfield, Ohio, half the city's in an opportunity zone. And because of that, capital is going there to invest in areas you otherwise would not have invested in. And so the way that process works is when you make income, taxable income, you can get a slight deferral on that. So in other words, it's not due the day you would otherwise do it. So, you know, you get 2 years deferral or something like that, but you're still going to pay your income tax on that. But when you put it into a new investment, and I'll say Mount Sterling or South Solon come to mind, you know, as the most obvious ones in Madison County, but I think there's an argument to be made for the entirety of Madison County to be considered for this, because there is a big push to include rural communities, and I'll get into that here in a minute. But if you would invest in Mount Sterling or in South Solon, I'll just say put an apartment building in South Solon to serve the Jeffersonville, you know, EV plant, right? When you go to sell that apartment building, you don't pay federal income taxes on that particular gain that you have from that capital investment. So you're paying your tax on the first gain, but you're not paying tax on, you know, the risk you place into that income, you know, into that community where you otherwise would not have gravitated to. So then there's these funds that aggressively seek out places to place that capital. So I just made a $10 million investment in Central Illinois. I have no interest in Central Illinois, but it was a qualified opportunity zone. And so I put the money there instead of investing that money in, you know, Madison County, because Madison County doesn't have a single area that is in an opportunity zone. My Bluebird up in Marysville happens to be in an opportunity zone, so it's not a precise area. That's not exactly blighted, but there are small homes next to it and so forth. So there's a lot of consideration. So I asked Bernie Marino, when he was in town walking through the community, of like, how do you get included in these opportunity zones? And it's Governor DeWine is the answer to that, okay? So Madison's really missed out, and I would really try to compel, I think if the commissioners would compel them to say, hey, listen, we were missed in that last round. We were completely left out. We didn't have a single opportunity zone in the entire county. Therefore, I think the entire county should become an opportunity zone. And if you don't agree with that, for sure, Mount Sterling, South Solon, you know, like the big area, the parts of London, you know what I mean, that are underinvested in the south side of town, whatever. But I don't think they get that granular. I'm no expert on that, but I think you've got a strong argument. And in the bill, it was recognized that rural areas were really deprived of inclusion in the last one. So Columbus would hog all of those areas and say, hey, we want to take the hilltop and we want to take certain areas and make those into opportunity zones. So in this bill, there's a steep requirement to be inclusive of rural America to make sure that these rural markets are not excluded. So I think the play from the commissioners and from David, economic development and the chamber is, hey, we were completely excluded last time. We think the whole county should be included this time. And at a bare minimum, we should include the southern half of the county or, wherever you might consider drawing that line. DeWine's got to submit that by basically this time next year, I think July 1st of 2026. So there's some time to get that done. And I think it would be, it would attract a lot of capital here that would build factories and create jobs and do all kinds of things inside the district.
Can a township, can a village or a city, for example, City of London, can they do their own?
So this is designated by the state and federal government. So it ultimately, you can go to ohio.gov, whatever, and find out the opportunity zones, and they'll come in a brown area. So yeah, so you've got to lobby to make sure you're not excluded. Last time we got excluded before we even know that there was a thing, but I think that there's a powerful argument that would resonate with the governor and with his team, and if there's a united front to explain that, it's a no-brainer. There's absolutely nothing but upside and absolutely no downside, and it's a function of attracting private capital to make, meaningful investments. And oh, by the way, you have to be eligible for the tax-free exit, you have to hold the investment for 10 years. So you're not going to see Johnny come lately, come in, invest something, sell it a year later, take their gain. You have to hold it for at least 10 years. You can hold it for 30 years, but you have to hold it for at least 10 years to be eligible.
Yeah, also went first round more designated, based on a lot of data and things of that nature. It sounds like second round, it's gonna be more discretionary of what could be allowed and not. So back that Madison County system where it is and you get the whole scope of everything, most, I think, for a brief time, a small census tract in London briefly, but then they reevaluate everything and nothing Madison County qualified. So sounds like, but this is more discretion, which is why lobbying would help with this situation.
But just as an example, the building right here in the corner, I think Dale Friends owns, right? It's not the best shape, and you wouldn't get me to ever consider wanting to buy that building and do something with it if it's in an opportunity zone. It would change my way of thinking about that. So if London wants to see their downtown or Mount Sterling or wherever, you've got to create something that gets capital that wouldn't otherwise come. And this doesn't cost you a nickel. It's just a function of, and I really do think, the play was for the governor. I'd ask him for the whole darn county because we didn't have a single portion of it included. There's a rural presence that's, a big part of it. So
I'm sure we could, get the city and villages on board as well, because I think it plays a huge role in, downtown revitalization, which is, one of their top priorities.
Good. Okay, that's all good.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Yep, thanks.
Thank you, sir. Greta, how are you? I'm doing well. Do you have something for the meeting? No? Okay, very good, very good. Well, there's nothing else to come in front of us today. I think that concludes our meeting. All right, very good. Meeting adjourned.
That's good, Peter.
Thanks.
Second.
We are what? Meeting, sir. Oh.
So I remember your date.
You're gonna go with me?
Why not? But I don't have enough room in my pocket.
So,
Absolutely, appreciate that.
yeah. Yeah, I just, you know, we can put our heads together and go over
Good one.
requirements.
Okay.
You know, it's treatment prevention, so